What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Ja3 the Price of Admission DF batch. Before we get into these, I want to remind you that this video and all the other content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If this is your first time here, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. I really appreciate that. Very helpful. You can also be sure to follow me on Instagram and then TikTok at kvegaskickz. Guys, I appreciate the support. We're going to take a look at these Jaws. So this is something definitely new for me. Typically, if you follow my channel, you know I do Jordans, Kobe's, some Nikes. This is my first pair of Jaws. These are actually not for me, but looking really good. I love the new Ja3 design. I mean, I think just overall, just a eye-catching shoe. Really, really nice. Let me show you where I picked this pair up from, guys. Instagram seller. Of course, all this will be in the description. Be sure to mention Kvegas. I know they'll take care of you. And let's jump into these things. So you got your Ja3 outsole. On this one, it is a semi-translucent look. Of course, you got your Ja logo all over it, which, I mean, you know, when it's upside down especially, reminds me of the Kobe logo. I think everybody would say that. But the rubber compound feels really good on these. Not too, it's pliable, but not too stiff. Now, again, these aren't for me, but the person they are for is for my daughter. These are men's 8, women's 9.5. She has already had these on court. As you can see, there's actually some dirt right there, but very sticky and grippy on the court. No problems with traction, and this is right out of the box. They do squeak on the court. For those of you that want to know that, I get asked that all the time. So there's that. So yeah, all looking good. Of course, this one has the 1, the other outsole has the 2 for number 12, of course. That outsole kind of cup sole wraps up, and you can see your Zoom X branding there. And of course, one of the main features of this shoe, the swoosh being used as a J, and then and then the A there for the Ja. This pair, even though it's a DF batch, quality-wise looks to be pretty good. I was expecting a lot of glue residue, and I do see a spot or two here or there, but overall, pretty clean lines. Yeah. Now, as far as the fit and the comfort of these shoes, again, I can't speak personally because I can't try them on, but she's already had them on. Do fit true to size. This is a men's 8, women's 9.5 is what she gets in all her Kobe's. It's what she's gotten in her previous Ja 1, Ja 2, and no issue with that. She, you know, don't go up or down a size, anything like that, whatever you get your normal size. Comfort wise, these are supposed to have the Zoom X cushioning. Now, being a DF, I highly doubt that that's what's actually in there. No way to, you know, confirm that one way or the other, but she did say they were very cushioned on foot. You know, no problems with that. So, I mean, go with your normal size, and again, feels pretty good on the foot. They do just come with like a regular foam insole. That is one thing that you could definitely switch out for a more, you know, cushioned insole to give yourself some more support there. Now, the upper of the shoe, of course, you have this mesh underneath with the overlays that is, again, Ja's logo. Very, to me, reminiscent of the Kobe 6, where you have the micro mesh upper and then this polyurethane scale overlays, kind of that same kind of look and feel to the shoe. I think this DF looks pretty good, with the exception of might be a tad sleeker right through this area. This is a little bit bulky, but again, that's not going to look bad on foot. And the materials, again, feel pretty solid. I was, you know, pleasantly surprised. I don't do a lot of DF batches, especially with Kobe's, because there's so many other good batches, but so far this is the only one for the Ja3. Again, but padding, the construction, again, I'm fairly impressed. Of course, you got your these kind of hot pink fuchsia laces, and then up at the top of the tongue you can see that swirled kind of design. It's like a synthetic leather up here with kind of like a silver Ja logo stitched in, looking good. And that same color takes care of the sock liner, insole, and the back of the tongue. And of course, there you can see the size tag. We already talked about that swoosh in silver being used as the J, and then of course you can see the A there, and then that Zoom X branding. And the back of the shoe, of course, you have your 12 stitched in, again, that same kind of white, maybe silverish look to it. Probably more white, just kind of looks like. And then you can see the overall shape of the back of the shoe. And then, of course, on your medial side, you just have a white swoosh printed on there, again, reminiscent of how the Kobe 6 would have been on there, just kind of printed on. So yeah, looking pretty good. Let's check out the left one. Looks nice. Again, overall, probably the shape. I mean, like this right here could be a little bit more curved, and then the sleekness on here, but it's things that won't be quite as noticeable on foot. And the main thing was, again, they did fit true to size and pretty comfortable. Back of the shoes, I think everything lines up well, height-wise, and give you a good shot. Again, there is that Zoom X and your swoosh. And again, not seeing a lot of glue residue going from that kind of cup sole to the upper, the outsole. And then of course there's the 2. And rubber again on this one feels really good on your outsole. Nice and sticky. There's your Ja logo. And I don't think there's really going to be anything to see, but we will take a look at the Strobel. It's got a gray Strobel down there. Again, I don't think you can really see anything. The tongue does have the kind of elastic kind of on both sides of it, down further on the tongue. Okay, I think you can see what I'm talking about, to somewhat hold the tongue in place. I mean, it'll still go side to side. But anyway, so that is the interior of the shoe. These just came with some regular tissue paper inside, and then you do get just a regular gray foam insole, that same pink color with Ja's logo in silver. Again, can be easily swapped out, as there is little to no glue residue on here at all. So you could always try these out, and then if you don't like them, swap it out later on. So that's the shoes. Let's take a look at our packaging on this one. So this is the Ja3 box. You have this white look to the lid with Ja's logo in kind of like a gold, and then you can see the logos behind that, kind of the glossy look against the flat lid. Got that same look on the bottom of the box, just in black. Got some branding on the bottom. And then here's the box label on this one. You got Ja3 Christmas PE. Of course, that's not right, but violet pink, men's 8, again, women's 9.5. Just your white look inside, regular white tissue paper, that little card thing in there. You know, that's pretty basic. Box overall protected well in shipping. Always appreciate that. And the shoes, again, really eye-catching. Love this new design with the Ja3, and this colorway looks great. So again, pretty for a DF batch, pretty impressed with these. So anyway, guys, that's my unboxing review of this Ja3. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments. Be sure to follow me on my other socials and be on the lookout, because we've got a lot more of these reviews coming your way.